Good morning, everyone. Today I am going to discuss theorem 2 that V of f is a vector space. W is non-empty subset of V. Prove that the necessary and sufficient condition for W is subspace of V is A comma B belongs to F and alpha comma beta belongs to W implies A alpha plus B beta belongs to W. So once again, like as theorem 1, so this was also an necessary and sufficient condition theorem. It means we have to suppose W is subspace of V and we have to prove A alpha plus B beta belongs to W. And conversely, we have to suppose A alpha plus B beta belongs to W and we have to prove W is subspace of V. So coming to the proof, the hypothesis was V of f is a vector space and W is subset of V. That was the hypothesis. Now I am supposing that W is subspace of V. Now I have to prove A alpha plus B beta belongs to W. Whenever W is subspace of V, by definition of subspace, that subspace is itself is a vector space. So that I have written W of f is a vector space. So in order to prove the condition, we have to take the elements A comma B from F and alpha comma beta from W. So since A belongs to F, alpha belongs to W, by closure scalar multiplication, that is by the definition of vector space, we can write A alpha belongs to W. Also, since B belongs to F and beta belongs to W, once again by the definition of vector space, we can write B beta also belongs to W. So therefore, A alpha comma B beta both belongs to W. Since W is a vector space, implies an abelian group, means it satisfies closure property. Therefore, by closure property, the sum of these two elements should also belongs to W. So this is first part. So in the first part, I have supposed that W is subspace of V, and I have proved that A alpha plus B beta belongs to W. Coming to the converse part, that is, now we have to suppose this condition. So now I am supposing that A comma B belongs to F and alpha comma beta belongs to W implies A alpha plus B beta belongs to W. So this is our supposition. Now we have to prove W is subspace of V. Once again, by the definition of subspace, if we want to say W is the subspace of V, first of all, W is subset of V. So that was already given in the hypothesis. Now we have to prove W itself is a vector space. So in order to prove W is a vector space, first we have to prove W comma plus C is an abelian group. For that, I am proving the first property, that is closure property. So since F is a field, it means it was a ring. Whenever F was a ring, and also by the properties of field, clearly 1 belongs to F. So now I am taking 1 comma 1 belongs to F and alpha comma beta belongs to W. So by our supposition, whenever A comma B belongs to F and alpha comma beta belongs to W, we can write A alpha plus B beta belongs to W. So like that, we can write 1 into alpha plus 1 into beta should also belongs to W. Therefore, alpha plus beta belongs to W. So whenever you consider two elements, and if the sum of those two elements should also belongs to W, then we say that closure property holds under addition. Coming to the next property, existence of identity. So since F is a field, means it was a ring. Whenever it was a ring, it means that it was an abelian group. In abelian group, we are having identity element, that is 0. So that I have written 0 comma 0 belongs to F and alpha comma beta belongs to W. Once again, by our supposition, 0 into alpha plus 0 into beta should also belongs to W. 0 into alpha is nothing but 0, 0 into beta is nothing but 0. Once again, we get 0 belongs to W. Whenever 0 belongs to W, we say that 0 is the identity element in W, and hence the identity property holds. Existence of inverse. So whenever 1 belongs to F, the inverse of 1 should also belongs to F, since F is an abelian group. So that I am considering minus 1 comma 0 belongs to F. And once again, I consider alpha comma alpha belongs to W. Once again, by our supposition, minus 1 into alpha plus 0 into alpha should also belongs to W. Minus 1 into alpha is nothing but minus alpha, and 0 into alpha is nothing but 0 belongs to W. Therefore, minus alpha belongs to W. So I consider alpha belongs to W, and finally I get minus alpha belongs to W. This proves the inverse property. If we consider in beta in place of alpha, then we get minus beta belongs to W. So that inverse property holds. So coming to the associative property and inverse commutative property, like as in theorem 1, since W is subset of V, if we consider any three elements in W, alpha, comma, beta, comma, gamma, clearly those elements belongs to V, and since V is a vector space, so that the associative property clearly holds in W. Similarly, commutative property also. Therefore, all the five properties of abelian group are satisfied by W. Therefore, W comma plus is an abelian group. Is an abelian group. So coming to the second condition of vector space, we have to consider A belongs to F and alpha belongs to W implies alpha belongs to W. That is what we have to prove. So that here I am considering A comma 0 belongs to F and alpha comma alpha belongs to W. So every time we have to use our supposition to prove any condition. So that I consider A comma 0 from F and alpha comma alpha belongs to W. Once again, by our supposition, we can write A into alpha plus 0 into alpha should also belongs to W. A into alpha is nothing but A alpha, whereas 0 into alpha is nothing but 0. So that we get A alpha belongs to W. This is second condition of vector space. So once again, since W is subset of V, so the other postulates of the vector space also holds clearly. We need not to prove any postulates. So therefore, all the conditions of vector space are satisfied by W. Therefore, W of F is a vector space. Since W is subset of V, so that finally we can write W of F is subspace of V of F. Thank you.